Hey guys, today we're going to talk about journal number 2. For journal number 2, we're writing or creating a evil villain. So we're going back to practicing our descriptive writing skills. Remember, you can continue to write in your Marble journal notebook or you can write in an ongoing Google Doc. No matter what you do, you have to label your journal. So let's discuss. Journal number 2 for August 18th. It says descriptive writing. Today you will create an evil villain or nemesis for your superhero. Think about the following things when describing your villain. First, a name and description. So, what are you going to name your villain and what does he or she look like? So, you can think about some of the evil character traits. A lot of times they are bald, or they might be like Two Face and Batman and be disfigured, or the Joker. So, what is your villain going to look like? Alter ego. So, this is going to be the normal persona and name to hide the evil villain's identity. So, what does this evil villain do during the day? Or what does this evil villain go by before he puts on that costume if he wears a costume? The next one is going to be alter ego. So, what is the, I'm sorry, not alter ego, oops, evil powers. So, what evil powers does your super villain have? Are they super and they have things like x ray vision, speed, strength? Or are they going to be a normal person who's just innately evil? Like they have endless money and intelligence. Think Lex Luthor, who is just a regular person who has a lot of money and has Lexicor, and he uses his business to do all kinds of evil deeds. And then you have the Green Goblin. The Green Goblin was a scientist who experimented on himself, and then he became like a split personality type character. Then you have costume. So, what costume is your evil villain going to wear? If they're super, are they going to have a cape and a mask? Or are they going to be a regular person and wear maybe a suit and face paint like the Joker? So, think about what you want your evil villain to look like. Origin. Where did your evil villain come from? Is your evil villain from another planet or is he or she human? And what made him or her evil? Was it some tragic childhood event? Maybe it's like in the Penguin in Batman who is disfigured and so therefore everyone made fun of him. No one wanted to adopt him from the orphanage and therefore he chose to live in the sewers and become an evil villain. Think about things that would cause your character to become evil. Or it could be like Two Faced in Batman, who also starts off as an innately a good person, but when he loses the love of his life and he becomes disfigured, he decides that he's going to get payback and fight the Batman. Then we have our extras. So these are your things like means of transportation. How does your evil villain get around? How is he or she contacted? So, like if there are other villains, how do they get in touch with them? Possibly, do they have a calling card? Like the Riddler always leaves a riddle, or the Joker leaves the Joker card from the deck of cards. So, what's the name of the city, the planet, the galaxy that he or she is harassing? And is there a specific person he or she kidnaps or attempts to harm more than others to get back at your hero? Think of Lois Lane in Superman. Lois is constantly kidnapped by the evildoers of Metropolis. You also have to think about, guys and gals, does your evil person have a lair or somewhere that they go to hide? So, those are things that you need to keep in mind. Now, once you're ready to write, remember we're going to go back to our Google Docs. I already have my Google Docs opened at the top. So you would go to your G Suite, click on your Google Docs app, and go back to Docs. You're going to find your journals. I labeled mine from yesterday, week 1 journals. And so I would click on it. And once I click on my journal, then I would go to journal number 2 and then click, and then I would start typing below. And so this is where I would start typing information about my evil villain. I hope that helps, and I hope you guys understand.